Hey, what's up, my nerds?
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Chasen, and you're just in time for your weekly dose of nerd news. Clink!
Clink. Today is Saturday, September 16th. And this is the third time that we recorded this. But third time's the charm.
Yes.
This is what happened this week. So,
I'm going to start talking about D3.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
D23.
D23 has taken place, and we were apparently both confused about how often D23 takes place, because we both kind of remember it happening in the, another part of the year, but now they're making announcements as well. And D23, for those of you that don't know, is pretty much Disney's expo, where they just talk about all things new in the Disney world. Disney.
That's right.
Universe.
Sometimes they announce just like there was one D23 where they announced all the shows. And that was when they talked about Rogue Squadron and Andor and Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, yeah.
And they didn't mention any TV shows this time. I think there's different themed D23s. I need to do more research on this.
There we go. So it seems like this one is more specific. It's more focused on the parks, the theme parks.
And I feel like it's specifically
Disney World.
Disney World, because the first announcement that I took out was that next year is going to be hosted at Anaheim, and this year it was hosted in Orlando. And I think it goes back and forth every year. So I guess if it's hosted in Orlando, they talk about Orlando things.
Orlando
maybe?
being the Disney World versus Anaheim, Disneyland.
Yes.
So
I feel like most of this stuff might be related to Disney World, not Disneyland.
Well, I've had my chance to just open things up. Now you take it away and tell them all the things.
So Disney Dinoland USA, which is a park which is a themed world in Planet Smoothie.
Disney World? Oh, Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, yes. So it will be getting a reimagination, which is basically where they just tear everything down and build it back up again with a new theme, or just freshen it up a little bit. So it's going to be getting a reimagination, and some of the experiences in that are going to be inspired by Encanto and Indiana Jones. Maybe inspired by Encanto and Indiana Jones. It's also going to have a tropical Americas sort of feel, because before it was very desert sort of feel, because it was based on students going to a college, and they're paleontology students, and they were digging in the dirt. And every time you think of paleontology, it's always in the desert or sandy sort of places where they have to brush off the granules of sand. Unlike the clay that we have in Georgia, where you're not brushing that off, you're scrubbing it off. So anyway, tropical America. So it seems like they're going to be changing things up quite a bit. Also, Moana's Journey of Water will be opening this year, October 16th. That was announced at D23 this year. And that is the walkthrough sort of water experience that they have that's going to be in Epcot. That's also where they are building what I think is the giant Tafiti topiary, which is making me rethink some cosplays for next year. Also, the world jumping vehicle that will take guests into the multiverse on a new ride was revealed this D23. And that one, I think, is actually in Disneyland, because they said it was going to be joining the Marvel campus, which is in Disneyland in California, not in Disney World in Orlando.
That was a feel that I got as well.
Because they said that this would be the third ride. So there's already 2 other rides, and there's only 1 ride in Disney World.
Okay.
And there's already 2. And I guess there's 2 in Disneyland. Test Track, which is in Epcot, is getting a reimagination as well. And for their reimagination, it was built, I think they said it was built in 1997. For their reimagination, they're going back into history for inspiration. They're going to the World of Motion, which was the ride that Test Track took the place of. So they tore down World of Motion and they built Test Track. World of Motion featured an Omni Mover, which I think is similar to the People Mover sort of thing. It's the really slow roller coaster that just takes you through things.
Around the park.
Around the park. Or just through the ride. Where guests learned about the history of transportation and the wheel and all that other stuff. So they're using that as inspiration for the new Test Track. And they're joining up with Chevrolet again. Pirates of the Caribbean will have a themed lounge located in Adventureland. That's going to be in Magic Kingdom. Also, there's going to be, and like having to pull out the stuff from when we were going to Disney all the time.
Yeah.
Having to pull that back out. There's going to be a new Zootopia show that is going to be in Animal Kingdom's Tree of Life. So previously,
Yeah.
you know
Life?
what was there. Yep. Bugs.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Bugs Life. Was it Bugs Life?
Pretty sure it was
Ooh,
Bugs
that's
Life.
old. Man, I didn't realize that was that old. Anyway. It's going to be, they're going to update it to Zootopia. And that's their That's their 4D theater, so there's going to be some experiences that you will feel.
Yeah.
And Zootopia has a lot of racial things in it, so maybe you might feel some racial tension. It's a good movie. I like it.
It is a good movie.
But it's going to take you through different biomes, which apparently they featured in the show, but they didn't, or not the show, the movie. They like touched on it in the movies, which I don't remember.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
But they're going to, I guess, expand upon it in the
Which should be
Zootopia
cool
show.
in 4D. I mean,
I need to watch the movie again.
yeah.
Ahsoka will be joining the Star Tours in 2024.
Yes.
So Star Tours is a ride
A
that
great
like
ride.
Was original, like it was the original Star Wars ride that they had. They didn't have all the extra stuff that they have now, and so it's actually outside of the
Star Wars Land.
Star Wars land. But they've been incorporating things from the different movies as time has gone on.
Yeah.
They haven't incorporated anything from Mandalorian as far as I know. But Ahsoka will be joining Star Tours. I guess it makes sense since R2-D2 and C-3PO are already there. Ahsoka was there during the same time.
Yeah.
Or around during the same time.
Right.
Except who knows how old those robots are. But other things in the show, or other things in the Star Tours happened during that time. So anyway, Hatbox Ghost will be coming to Haunted Mansion in Florida. See, I specifically listed that one's in Florida because it's not coming to the one in California. There's 2 Haunted Mansions. So the Hatbox Ghost, you know what it probably is? The Hatbox Ghost might already exist in the one in California. Because,
Maybe.
like, I was thinking, I've heard of the Hatbox Ghost before, and I pulled up a picture of it. I've seen this ghost before.
Yeah.
So I guess it wasn't in Florida. It was just in the one in California, maybe. And the Haunted Mansion will be coming to Disney Plus just ahead of Halloween on October 4th. So it can join my list of movies that we will watch to get us ready for Halloween. My spooky movies.
Cool.
Movie news.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Announcements for movie news. Looks like Steven and Donald Glover, so the brothers that are co-writing Lando, the new Disney show. Sounds like it's not a show necessarily. Sounds like they're actually that it was originally supposed to be a show, but now it's going to be a movie. So, I mean, it's still on hold because of the strike and everything.
Yeah.
But once they get things back up and running, sounds like we're going to have another movie in our hands.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Aquaman has released a teaser trailer for the actual trailer, and they have also now released the actual trailer. So you can watch the teaser trailer for the trailer.
To get ready for the trailer.
Before you get ready for the trailer, to get ready for the movie.
Yes.
And, yeah, like, with
Did you see both?
Yeah, I saw both.
Okay.
The teaser trailer was not worth watching. But the trailer was worth watching. And, I don't know if it's my feelings about the first Aquaman that are influencing my feelings about this movie, or if it's how DC's movies have been running in general, influencing my thoughts about this movie.
Yeah.
However, I did like Flash, so.
And what do we know? Because apparently that was a terrible movie, according to
everyone else.
everyone.
So, yeah, I'm not super excited about it. Like, I'm going to see it, obviously. But I'm not like, I got to see this movie.
Yeah.
Like I was like with Flash. Because like when we saw that preview that had that person in it, it was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And I saw the trailer. I didn't see the trailer. I saw the the trailer for the trailer. So weird. I saw the trailer for the trailer, and I mean, I'm interested enough in it. So bring it on. I'll watch it. Okay, past movies. Speaking of Haunted Mansion earlier, it has officially got its release date with an announcement trailer.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so there's a trailer. If you wanted to get excited for the release date, you can go check out that trailer, which, once again, the release date is October 4th.
In TV news, announcements, the live action One Piece show that is on Netflix has been renewed for a second season. I think it's only been like 2 or 3 weeks after it released its first season.
Yeah. And I hadn't heard much of anything about it, which for me is a good thing, because a lot of times with things like this, where it's a popular something else, like a popular video game or a popular anime that's been turned into something else, you get a lot of hate sometimes. But hopefully it's going well. And hearing that it's renewed for a second season, that's great. Yeah, it's great. Okay. Probably should have read through this first.
Do you want me to do this one?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. You just correct me if I miss anything up.
We've already done this 3 times.
Right, we're not redoing this. Here we go. Miriam Margolyes, Professor Sprout, will be joining the Doctor Who cast.
That was it. No, I read a really long article about her joining the cast. And I hate when things do that online, where it's like they're giving you all the background of Doctor Who and all the previous people they brought in and how people love Harry Potter and this, that, and the other. And then they eventually tell you in the last paragraph that this person is joining the cast.
So that's Professor Sprout from
the live
Harry
action,
Potter.
yeah.
Gotcha. Because I was thinking, that Professor Sprout? Or was that a character from Pokemon? And then I was like, okay, Doctor Who. Got it now. Okay. So, got it.
And then with them being European, I guess all of them are in Europe or whatever. They're not in the part of the SAG-AFTRA stuff. So, event news. So there was also another huge event this past week.
Man, hold on.
Nintendo Direct announcements. You want to turn on the light?
I want to do this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to turn on the light because it's getting so dark. And then I want to talk about this event. It's shorter, but still. I know this stuff.
Add more stuff, but okay.
Well, yeah. All right.
Have at it.
I will have at it. So let's talk about Nintendo Direct and some announcements that came out from that event. So this is Nintendo's sort of expo event to make announcements about video games and just the state of Nintendo. So here we go. Princess Peach Showtime, which is basically it's a game that follows Peach as the main protagonist, as far as I can tell. So instead of Mario, you got Princess Peach, princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, and she's kicking some butt and doing transformations, much like Mario, transforming into different forms to take down the bad guys. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can look forward to that being released March 22nd of 2024. And Dave the Diver is going to be coming to the Switch. That means something to you? I did look at that as well, and I was like, okay. I was not a fan of Dave the Diver. Do you know anything about Dave the Diver? Okay.
I just heard a lot about him. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'm not either way. Love him or hate him, but yeah, if you like him, there you go. And this is kind of cool. The Nintendo Gallery. Well, there's going to be a Nintendo Gallery museum. It's going to be completed in Kyoto in March 2024, and the idea behind that is, well, it's a museum for Nintendo to celebrate its past and everything that they've achieved, and also have some important items to Nintendo's history. But yeah, apparently it's going to be an old plant in Kyoto that's going to be converted into a museum. And they're even talking about painting the Mario question block on top of it. So if you look at it from the top, it looks like a question block. Yeah. Yep. And yeah, they are remastering and remaking a bunch of games like Luigi's Mansion 2, Paper Mario, and a lot of other games from well, my childhood and growing up years as well. So, some cool stuff. Oh, and Tomb Raider. It's not on the list, but I do remember Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 is also getting a remake. So, fun times. Good
You
stuff.
can do the next one since it was originally yours.
Yes. All right. Next up, let's talk about Chopper, the lovable,
Rude,
crude droid from Rogue. Rebels and Ahsoka is actually getting an interactive little droid, little chopper droid. It's $80, but like I said, it is interactive, so you can talk to it, ask it questions, and it'll respond back and chop talk. So that's cool, and it'll rock back and forth and wave its little arms. It doesn't move, but yeah, it is. It looks like it's pretty cool. Cool. And just something to put on your mantle next to the Alexa. So if you don't want to talk to Alexa, you can talk to Chopper. Yeah, $80.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Bounty Hunter, and The Tea Brewer will be a graphic novel, and the release date for it was announced. It will be released to bookstores May 14th of 2024 and comic shops May 15th, and it will cost $12.99. And the Tea Brewer, if you know, is Iroh, and the Bounty Hunter that they're speaking of is June.
Oh.
And I was remembering an episode when Iroh, like, I think the thing that June rides was like hitting people with his tongue and knocking them unconscious.
Yeah.
And then
it was a cute scene.
Iroh was pretending to be knocked unconscious, and Zuko was like, "I didn't know you got hit."
Yeah. Oh, Uncle Iroh.
Yeah.
So when I first saw that, I was very confused because I had just watched the trailer for what we're talking about later.
Yeah.
About Avatar. Different Avatar. And I was like, the Bounty Hunter and Tea Brewer? What? Is this like a tea shop or something? And it's a comic? Okay. All right. So Avatar: The Last Airbender. Makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. That segue is not going to work, so I'm just going to read it.
Speaking of tea, let's build a tea. Is that some of it?
Let's build a team. No, that was not it.
Oh.
That was probably much better than what I was going to say.
Okay.
But here we go. Marvel Studios visual effects workers have voted unanimously to unionize. So, yes, they have, and I'm sure, in the article, it of course referenced the WGA, SAG-AFTRA strikes and what they're fighting for, and it sounds like that was echoing amongst the, at least at Marvel Studios, those visual effects workers. So, voted unanimously, and they are hoping to get that better pay, safe work environments, and respect for the work they do. So we may be hearing more from that camp.
Cool.
Yeah.
And gaming news. Oh, man. I didn't highlight this.
You take the first one, I'll take the next one.
Maybe I did. I did maybe highlight it. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, in gaming news, starting off with announcement, Starfield, that game that everybody seems to really like, that everybody's playing, that I know nothing about.
I want to play it.
Will be getting an official mod support, in form of a creation kit similar to those that were available for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. The creation kit will allow players to access the same tools that the creators used to create the game, allowing for more and easier modifications. Also, Pokemon has released this has nothing to do with the previous announcement. Well, I don't want to throw us off, so I was going to announce this one too.
That's fine.
Pokemon has released a teaser trailer about a collaboration with the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, and the collaboration will open up on September 28th, and it was like a little video. It was pretty cool. Yeah. There was at the last scene was incorporating some Pokemon into a Van Gogh painting. Yeah. It's like, I want to see that.
Yeah, right, yeah. And earlier in the trailer, it was showing like some of the scenery getting Van Goghized in that style. So it was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's talk about some trailers. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty had an official cinematic trailer with Idris Elba. I'm just going to go ahead and say it, okay? It was pretty cool. You should check it out. Even if you're not a fan of the game yet.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is going to be a game, which I hadn't heard anything about it before, but it got a new story trailer during the State of Play, which I guess is some sort of event. I've heard of it before.
Yeah.
I don't know whose event it is, but it's somebody's event. But yeah, the game, I saw the trailer and I had thoughts about this thing. Because, like, I remember you watched the trailer and you were like, no thanks.
Yeah, and I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if your no thanks was about the trailer or if it was about the game. Because, like, I was watching a trailer and I was like, oh, that's a cool trailer. I don't want to play that game, though.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to play the game if the movie didn't already exist. The game looks very much like the movie, the first movie. Except this time there's a female lead.
Okay.
And she probably doesn't fall in love with somebody. But, I mean, if you want to go through the life of Jake Sully as a female and do all the same stuff, that movie or that game might be the game for you.
Interesting. Now, like I said, I didn't watch the entire trailer, but from what I gathered, you're playing as a Na'vi, not as an avatar.
Okay.
Which is,
well, in the
a slight
beginning,
difference.
Well, no, I think she's playing as an avatar. I mean, because, well, okay. So I thought it was as an avatar.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, she's wearing a gray shirt. A shirt.
Well, yeah.
Shirt.
Well, you can watch the trailer for yourself and...
And also it's called Avatar.
Well, yeah, that's the franchise.
Otherwise, it would be called Pandora, I think.
Not necessarily.
I think it should be.
I don't disagree. Once again, I'm not super interested in the game or the trailer. But, and like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing. So I'm going on very limited information. And there was one scene, because it's first person, there's one scene where she was like holding up her hands and she only had the
3 fingers.
The 3 fingers. Whereas the avatars have the 5 fingers.
All right.
So watch the trailer or don't, like me. But yeah, it's under development. It's releasing December 7th. And it looks like it's going to come to PS5, PC, and the Xbox Series.
All of the things, except PS4.
Yeah. Shoot. All right. GTA Online had an event trailer for the celebration of 10-year anniversary of GTA 5 or Grand Theft Auto 5. It's going to have new outfits, new weapons, new weapon finishes, and yeah, 10 years since Grand Theft Auto 5. That's crazy. Like, I'm wondering when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. Yeah. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, why are we celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the 5th one instead of just coming out
with the 6th one? Just give me the 6th one. And I
thought there was an 8. I thought there was a GTA 8.
Not that I know of.
Okay, never mind. Maybe. Because, like, the kids like to show off and say, like, I play GTA. But, they probably are just saying GTA. And it sounds like GTA 8. Yeah. And I just think that there's a GTA 8 because of the foolishness that they're saying.
Yeah.
Or because they listened to somebody else and they're just repeating what they said.
Yeah.
It's more than likely that's what's happening. Let's be honest.
Hopefully that's what's happening. But yeah, there have been like a lot of iterations of Grand Theft Auto in between the major Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5. But yeah, no 6, 7, or 8, as far as I know.
Okay. All right. Stirring up that rumor mill.
Stir it up. Stir it up. Stir it up.
If you saw last week, we added a new segment called the Rumor Mill. These are things that have not been officially confirmed, but we're interested in them, and they may be confirmed soon, or they might not at all.
They might be completely false.
So the first thing is The Boy and the Heron may not be Miyazaki's last film. So Miyazaki said Miyazaki, who is 82, said that this was going to be his last film. He announced that. Apparently, which I've never known because I'm not that into Studio Ghibli until like recently because of the show. But this show, I'm calling this a show.
Yeah,
now.
not a Studio Ghibli show. So I was thinking, is there a show that we've been watching?
But he apparently has announced his retirement several times. So he's one of those
little
people.
rascal.
Yeah, because we announced the retirement before. But someone who works with him, someone who works with him has said that he's working on ideas for a new film. And then he also said that this time he's not going to announce his retirement because I don't know how many times he's announced it. But I can't believe he's 82 and still coming up with movies that people like. What am I going to be doing at 82?
And I think of John Williams, who's like 300 years old, but still coming up with music that is good and relevant and still hits. Yeah. So, yeah. Impressive.
Yep. Daniel Radcliffe, who is Harry Potter, has been cast. Oh, okay. This is a rumor. Has reportedly been cast for Deadpool 3 for a secret role. Now, of course, Deadpool 3 is not in production right now because of the writer strike and the actor strike. However, Daniel Radcliffe is not an American actor, I don't believe. I don't know if he's in I don't know if he's supported by the American Actors Guild. So, I don't know. But anyway, none of it has been confirmed, so.
Rumor mill.
All
right, and our last rumor is about Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool 3. Apparently there's been a rumor going around that he might be directing Avengers Secret War. Now, Sean Levy has he vaguely responded to the rumor. I'm basically saying, yeah, I read that rumor. That's all I'm going to say. So not denying it or anything like that. But yes, the Avengers Secret Wars 3 on paper doesn't have a director tied to it. But yeah, I suppose we'll see who will or won't be directing that.
All right, now for movies and TV shows coming out this upcoming week, which is It's tomorrow for us, but it's actually today. September 16th through September 22nd. No movies.
And I didn't even look at the list. Did you look at the list down there? Cool. Glad you're responsible.
For TV shows, John Wick, The Continental, which I did not check to make sure this was still coming out. I'm just assuming it's still coming out. But it's going to be on Peacock on September 22nd, which is this upcoming Friday.
Cool. Very, very cool.
That's the prequel.
Oh, The Continental.
Television. Yeah, The Continental. It's the prequel television show.
Yes, on Peacock.
Which I'm guessing there's going to be like a real lull pretty soon in new shows and new...
New releases.
New releases.
Well, this has been your weekly dose of nerd news. Thanks for joining us. And hey, if you liked it, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment. What can they leave a comment about?
What are my earrings?
And and thank you for watching. We're gonna see you next week for even more nerdiness. I'm Jason.
I'm Air Bear.
And we'll catch you next time. Colleen.
What was that?
Drink. Getting out. See ya.